Hey Gabe.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. It's time for another video. I'm Tonya.
And I'm Gabe.
And together we're Breaking Home Base RV. Today we're talking about how we replaced our furniture in our 2016 Newmar Ventana LE. We had some issues, didn't we?
Yeah, the fake leather or ultra leather, whatever they call it, just started disintegrating on us. After sitting on it for a while, we noticed it was starting to peel a little, so we went ahead and put some covers on it. Took them off maybe a month or so later, and it was really disappointing.
Really, really bad. So if you'll stick around, we're gonna go over how we chose, ordered our new furniture, and we've even got a discount for you guys. Stick around. So we went with RV furniture, but why didn't we go with some cute home furniture?
Well, we definitely looked at some and we found a lot that we liked and we thought would look great in the rig. But we were really worried, first off, that it wouldn't fit through the door of the RV. Most of these RV furniture manufacturers make modular furniture so you can bring them in parts. You know, ours, for instance, came in a left side, a right side, and a centerpiece, which easily fit through the door. A full couch probably wouldn't fit through our RV door. And we were really worried about that. Although I think some people have had success with it. We were just worried and we didn't want to have to fight it through. So that was one reason that we went with it.
Yeah.
The second reason is because RV furniture is made to be bolted down. The regular home furniture that we looked at a few furniture stores, you know, it had regular legs on it or just not a good base at all to screw it to the floor. And knowing that we're going to be driving down the road, I couldn't have it unsecured to the rig. Our RecPro furniture was really easy to screw down. It has a metal frame underneath with holes in it in multiple locations, so you can use whatever fasteners you need to fasten it to the floor. The third thing is our old sofa had seat belts that could pull up through it, so you could still sit there while you're driving down the road. Home furniture does not have a pathway for those seat belts to come up through to the surface of the sofa, so you really couldn't ever use it. Our RV furniture, you can put your hand down through behind the cushion, pull the seat belts through, and still use them if you'd like to. So the RecPro theater seating reclining sofa, which is also a wall hugger, and that was a bonus too, comes in 6 pieces. Each of the recliners comes as a base and the back, and then the center part that has the console and storage in it also was the console part and a back part. So it came in 6 different pieces, which easily fit in the door of the RV. I was easily able to fit in, didn't have to call on a neighbor or have Tonya come over and try to struggle a couch in through the door and hope it would fit, you know, one way or the other. And it just made it so much easier, and it really wasn't a whole lot more expensive. All right, here we are, mid couch change. We're updating our RV. We had this old sleeper sofa. So far I've disconnected all the bolts in here. There's bolts all along here, and as you can see right now, the whole hide-a-bed frame is loose from the rest of it. I'm currently just taking a few of these extra bolts out, and that's mainly just so I can remove these sides. And then in the back side, there are a couple of bolts here and here. And that should remove the back of the couch from the frame. All right, the last part before I can get this big hide-a-bed part out is I have to disconnect these two bolts on both sides, and that will remove this piece of the frame. Then it can spread apart far enough for the hide-a-bed to slide out. Then I can empty everything out of the RV. Okay, now we have everything taken apart. As you can see, here's the back of the couch. Here's one of the side brackets. Here's the other side bracket. As you can see, the hide-a-bed portion is all taken out. Will easily fit through the door now. I say easily, but we'll see once I have my helper back. This is just a bracket that went across the whole front. These are our 3 cushions. Of course, the reason that we're changing this is because these cushions are completely crumbling apart. This is probably the worst one. We got a good deal on a new sofa. We're going with a fabric one. And here's a little bit of the color. We got the centerpiece of it. But we're waiting on the 2 ends with the recliners built in right now. These are the sides. These are the 2 side pieces that were on the sofa, and all that. As you can see, also in an upcoming video, we'll be changing our captain's chairs because they are made of the same Flexsteel fabric that is not doing so well.
So how did you pick out furniture for the RV without having a showroom to go to?
The internet.
YouTube, really, primarily.
Yep.
And then Google reviews. Every review we could find, we were looking at. So here we are. We need to review the sofa. Just straight up, how do you feel about it?
I love our sofa. So it is a theater seating style sofa with a console in the middle. Both sides recline, manually recline. We opted for that instead of a electric recline, partly because of weight, partly because of less things to go wrong. And I'm glad that we did that.
Yeah, it had to be a little farther away from the wall too.
The electric one did have to be further from the wall. So ours is a wall hugger. It's less than 3 inches from the wall. In a full recline, it barely touches the wall. It doesn't press on it, just touches. And it lays almost completely flat, which is the great thing about a wall hugger, is it doesn't stick out in the room a lot, but you can lay almost completely flat in it.
What would you say a con would be for you in regards to the sofa?
I don't know that there are a whole lot of cons. I think sometimes it doesn't like to stay up as effectively as I'd like it to.
Yeah, the feet.
I have long legs, so they're out toward the end of the actual leg rest. So maybe that just puts a little bit of extra pressure on it or something. Sometimes it'll drop a little bit. It doesn't close all the way up, but it'll drop a little bit.
Yeah. Gabe is 6'4", and I know before we actually screwed and bolted the seating down to the floor, we put him in it and leaned him back, because at first when we had it the yeah, the closest distance to the wall, your head was hitting the wall. Okay, so as we're doing a test fit.
So my head hits the ceiling if we have this as close to the wall as it can be.
So we did have to move it out a little further, and that being the case, maybe we could have gotten away with the electric one, but anyway, he fits in it pretty well, and you've taken a couple of naps in it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then I would say it's not a con because we really like the console and having cup holders there, but having cup holders in a console there makes it where you can't lay on the couch, and we've both been known to take a nap on the couch.
Yeah.
So in a way at times that could be a con, but I'm really happy that we have the console, partly for storage, partly just to have the cup holders there. With 2 dogs in the rig with us traveling, they definitely suddenly jump up occasionally, and those cup holders keep your cup from going flying, so that's pretty nice.
Well, and the thing, we chose the linen, the oatmeal color, primarily because of the dogs. We didn't want to run the risk of getting rips and tears in the sofa. So I did call RecPro. They were very helpful when I called. I could tell the girl was a little busy with phone calls at the time, but she was very quick to say yes, we needed to go with one of the fabric covered sofas instead of that ultra leather to protect it best, and that it cleans really well. And I can tell you, we've had a few more spots. It does collect some dog hair. We do have shedding dogs. So, but it comes off really easily with the vacuum wand, and so not a big deal. I do have a significant con though. I can be a night owl at night. Sometimes I worked third shift for years and years and years, and when my body decides to be up at night, it's up at night, and I like to sit up and read, and then I like to fall asleep on the sofa, and there is no real comfortable lay down position in those recliners. So I think that I might in the future, I'm not saying now,
not now,
maybe in the future I would opt for that console that comes down and then lifts up into a sofa.
Yes.
They do have that option, and I kind of wish we had have chosen that instead of. But I like the recliner. I agree with you. I think it's the manual recliner thing, where the feet kind of drift down a little bit. So otherwise, I love it, and it is way better than that other stuff that was there. And our other sofa, it had a pull-out bed with a queen-size bed, and we forfeited the bed in that. We forfeited the bed in our dinette. So I guess we're not having company.
We don't plan to.
Well, we can have company. We do have a portable bed, blow-up mattress, but you guys know what I mean. So overall, I think we're really pleased with our sofa.
Absolutely. It's comfortable to sit on, comfortable to, sit on at the computer on your lap, watching TV.
It's lighter than the other one was.
It is. It's much lighter weight than the other one was. It was much easier to get it all into position once it was put together.
Were you able to put it, did you need help bringing it in and putting it together? Or did you do it by yourself?
No, I did it all by myself, trust me. No, I did not need help with it. It came in 6 pieces. Both recliners came as a base and a back, and then the center console also came as the base unit and the small back unit. So I was able to carry each of the pieces in. They snapped together with no tools. And then once you actually bolt it to the floor, nothing can come apart. So it was really easy to install.
Yeah.
Once I figured out the correct length screws to use that wouldn't come out the bottom of the slide.
feel free to use our 5% off code. That's going to give you a significant savings, especially on those big purchases. The code is BHBRV number 4 and the letter U. BHBRV for you. Well, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the road. We'll see you on the road.